So thankfully, the Mariners avoided getting swept by the Tigers, and it was especially off of pitcher Tarik Skubal, actually the former Cy Young winner for the Detroit Tigers. Now, before I express my thoughts on this game and this series, here's a word from our sponsor.
SeatGeek is a mobile ticketing app for sporting events, concerts, and other events. They make the buying experience easier by the app ranking each ticket from 0 to 10 to see if you are getting a good deal, and you can see exactly where you are sitting. I regularly use that app, and I have had nothing but a fantastic experience with SeatGeek. Use my promo code RooftopSports to get $20 off of your first purchase. Link to the code, app, and website will be in the description, so take advantage, and thank you.
Yeah, and thank you very much for using that SeatGeek promo code, and well, let's get into it. So as you can tell, I am not exactly my traditional studio. I'm actually in, well, let's just say I'm in the location where it says hashtag don't quit your day job, but I had just enough time to film myself and express how the Mariners did throughout the series, which unfortunately, it was absolutely atrocious how they did. The first game, unfortunately, Emerson Hancock got absolutely just blasted so badly that they had to option him to Tacoma, and then they called up Jonathan Diaz, and oh boy, just 6 runs given up in the first inning, and then Randy Arozarena tried, but the Mariners gave up runs again, and then you saw Luke Raley hitting a home run, and eventually Cal Raleigh cut it to a 3-run deficit, but unfortunately it just wasn't enough. And the part that struck me the most in Game 1 was Randy Arozarena after the Cal Raleigh home run. He had a 3-0 count, so he could have walked to maybe cause some kind of rally that could have started, especially when you had the next batter up. But of course, he struck out off of a 3-0 count, and then it was just not there for the Mariners, and they would drop Game 1. Then Game 2 was really painful because it was I believe it was Logan Gilbert that had the start. Yes, he did. He struck out 10, but unfortunately, he gave up some early runs, and the Mariners' offense just did absolutely nothing. And then the worst part was they were actually 1 hit throughout the entire game, and that 1 hit was done by Victor Robles, which was the very first pitch. Not the very first pitch. He was the very first batter for the Mariners, and he was the only one that got the hit, and the Mariners came up with absolutely no runs, only to lose 4-1. And the only reason that happened was because there was some kind of walk and I guess some wild pitches. I don't even remember what it was. I should watch the game again. I mean, I watched the freaking game, but that's how much the Mariners offense, they make me forget things. And the only reason they scored was because Rowdy Tellez, he nearly hit a line drive base hit, but it was caught by a diving catch. So instead, it was a sacrifice fly, and the Mariners did absolutely nothing on offense after that. And then we were going into Wednesday's game, which, of course, unfortunately, I was not able to cover the game because you've been seeing me doing the live streamings. And for those that have been on my live streams and doing the comments and donating, thank you very much for doing that. It really does mean a lot. I know it's cliche, you hear that from everyone else, but it really does help the channel. And without your guys' contributions, just putting in a chat makes a huge difference. I love the engagement. It does grow the channel, makes the video better. So I do appreciate the experience that you've been giving me this season. Like I've seen a lot of good participation from all of you. So I do appreciate the fans that are there. I'll give the shout out to like Kevin Kirby. It was Josh, and there's like TC and all other names that I can only remember so many names, but for those, and comment in there if you have been contributing so I can give shout outs down the road. So yeah, Mariners actually jumped out to a 2-0 lead. I believe it was a Victor Robles 2 RBI thing. And then Dylan Moore added to hit a home run, solo shot. But the Tigers did come back, but fortunately they didn't come back. And then Gabe Spire came in, did some mop-up work. And then Andres Munoz got his 3rd save, which he has been perfect, by the way. So I guess if there is a real positive thing that's been going on, Andres Munoz has been one of the best closers in baseball. And the other underrated thing I would like to say is Luis Castillo pitched very well. He had around 5 or 6 strikeouts. Yes, he gave up those 2 runs. Too bad I didn't watch the game, so I wouldn't be able to give some kind of a professional opinion. But he really did step up against the Tarik Skubal, who is the best pitcher in the American League, but he has been struggling this season. And to be fair, the first game was against the Dodgers, so you couldn't really expect much out of that, because when you're playing the Dodgers on opener, it's not usually a winning recipe. But nonetheless, the Mariners were able to take care of business, and now they go into San Francisco, where they will, unfortunately, they'll have to deal with Justin Verlander and Robbie Ray, the former teammate of the Mariners. So I do expect this to be a challenging series. I would love to see a 2 out of 3, because now that the Mariners are at 3-4, I think they do have a chance to at least go into Houston, and they win 2 out of 3. That should give them some confidence to go up against their arch rival, the Houston Astros. And the ones who will be pitching, I mean, I got to check, but when I looked at the Giants side, they don't really disclose their pitchers very much, I guess. But yeah, Saturday will be Robbie Ray. Friday will be Justin Verlander. So if Luis Castillo pitched, I believe Bryce Miller is going to be next, and then Brian Wu. So this is actually a great opportunity for the Mariners to at least take the first 2 games, although you are going up against Justin Verlander and Robbie Ray. So maybe I expect a split out of that. But it's also going to depend what are they going to do with their 5th starter for Sunday, since Emerson Hancock is gone. So who's your 5th starter going to be? Is it going to be Jonathan Diaz? Are they going to do a bullpen day? Or hopefully, maybe, if only George Kirby could just be healthy, but that's the problem. He's just not healthy. Or do they give Logan Evans a shot? Or do they give Emerson Hancock another shot? I don't know. I doubt it. So I think that 5th game is going to be a bullpen day. So the Mariners will absolutely have to win their first 2 games, just to withstand the fact that they may not win on a bullpen day, because it seems that Mariners don't really do well on bullpen days. So hopefully Mariners will figure that out and get their offense going, especially against a pretty decent, at least a decent start of the San Francisco 49ers, the San Francisco Giants. If I said San Francisco earlier in the video, let me know if I did. And if I did, I apologize. A long day. Hashtag don't quit your day job. Well, that's going to do it. Just want to say thank you very much for watching. Thank you for bearing with me. Thank you for watching all of my live streams. And everyone, go Mariners and enjoy this view.